Hello, welcome everyone. Today there will be a video about the last flight of the SP-LTF, which crashed on the Polica mountains at the end of April 1969. And today will be only some facts about the disaster. Or rather, maybe even not about the disaster, but about the last flight, as I mentioned before. So, some facts about how that story proceeds. Last flight starts about 3 p.m. or just before, when the passengers, after or procedure, were brought to the plane, and also their bags. It was the 60s, so remember the procedures were different than today, were also loaded to the plane. It took about only 2 or 3 minutes, and first contact with the tower was about 5 minutes past 3 p.m. It was asked. One of the pilot, Janusz Grześczyk, asked the tower for permit to start the engines, and of course he got that permit. Also with permit to fly height of 3,900 meters. Taxiing started about 12 minutes past 3 p.m. and the plane started about 3 p.m. and 21-22 minutes. Then it turned left and continued flight to the TMS beacon. Height of 3,900 meters. It achieved about half past 3 p.m., half and 2 minutes. Then they pass next to area when they can meet Polish Air Force planes that time, or Soviet airplanes. It was Soviet times, so it can happen. And it happens 3 minutes later. And the whole flight passed rather without any issues. About 3 p.m. and 53 minutes, the control tried to ask the plane, but through 1 minute there were no answer. But about 6 minutes just before 4 p.m. They talked with the controller and informed them about passing through the next beacon, GAD, next to the Polish city Jędrzejów. And in about next 2 minutes talk with their target airfield, namely Kraków-Balice, or rather Balice, and they got permit to lower the flight level to 1,200 meters and flight to the one of the NDBs of the Balice. They got also some meteorological data that the sky is almost totally covered by clouds and some other data. But then they found, it was about 4 p.m., they found some problems with the NDBs. They cannot properly find them, and after next some minutes they realized that they probably passed over the NDB. The last words were about 6 past 4 p.m. when the tower from Balice said to the crew that they must turn to the outer beacon, and they will be wait about 4 to 5 minutes. And it was last contact with SP-LTF, because after 2 or 3 minutes, tower realized that they lost contact with the plane. They started the action to check what happened, but because the plane never talked to them again, they must do something serious. They also asked another plane, SP-LTG, because they want to check that maybe they have contact with the SP-LTF. But it also didn't happen, and in next situation they call for People's Militia and another Polish government institution, and about there even call one of the army planes Air for planes for help, but it still doesn't work. And about 10 minutes before 5 p.m. they got info that the plane crashed from the forest worker in Police near Savoia. He about 4 p.m. saw very low flying plane which disappeared in a falling snow, and then he heard the sound of the crash, and he called police, and finally it passed to the Balice, that information. Of course, the prosecutors start the investigation, and I hope in next video we will talk something about that investigation. So thank you for now, and I hope we will see in next week. Bye for now.